Question everything. So, are you tired of anti-black hatred? Are you tired of hearing about police reform? Are you tired of being the butt of police brutality and constitutional torque and domestic terrorism? Are you tired of having to deal with oppression and hate and lack of opportunity? Are you tired of walking around hoods, ghettos, slums? Are you tired of seeing abandoned buildings, streets that got potholes up and down them? Are you tired of spending your dollar with everyone but yourself? Are you tired of walking into different stores but never seeing black-owned stores, black-owned businesses, Aboriginal-owned businesses in your community? Because if you are, then you got to start acting like you want to vote for things that's going to benefit you. If you can't get reparations or a bill passed to stop hate crimes against you as the Aboriginal Niggros of America, these so-called black people, these so-called African Americans that they call you, real Aboriginal Americans, if you can't get these bills passed to help you and your community, then what is voting for? See, an intelligent person said one time, the colonizers didn't come here to empower you. They came here to destroy and to build their wealth and to build their communities up and their nation of people up. And in that, anyone that they bring destruction to, they're not looking to re-empower. White supremacy cannot re-empower you. White supremacy cannot empower the Aboriginal Negro. Why? Because it would be the opposite of what they came to do. The system that is created in this fashion of what we call the United States cannot exist with the empowerment of the Aboriginal Negro in its system. It wasn't set up and designed for that. It's only set up to use our people as tokens to control the masses of our people. This is just the reality to it. Our connection to our land here in America is our nation. We don't have outside forces outside United States trying to empower us or help us in any way. We are our own backup. We are our own defense. We are our own people. This system only wants to keep us in the position that we are in. Notice how every time you pulled yourself up by the bootstraps, so to say, and built up your communities, there were white militias and control ops that came and destroyed those communities. Notice how every time you was functioning on your own, somehow a railroad station was driven through your community, a lake was flooded over your community. Every single time you was able to police and govern yourself, this system intervened and dismantled it. All throughout our history, this has happened. To the point we are where we at now. Self-destruction. Psychologically embedded in our mind to self-destruct based off of doing good. It's almost like we so afraid to come together and do for each other based off of the many years of what has happened to us here under our oppressors, to where now we're doing it to ourselves. And we don't even understand how we got here or why. But it's programming. Subliminal messages fed to you on a regular day-to-day basis that you ain't nothing, that you ain't worth nothing, that you will never amount to nothing, that you can never ever be your greatest. And because of it, somewhere along the psychic, we have accepted that and took on that trait. So today, you have gangsters, hoes, pimps, drug dealers, and everything that don't uplift the community. Disunity, hatred for oneself, all because we haven't been liberated from our oppressors. And also our gatekeepers who have helped to keep this position of ours that we are in maintained to the fullest, while they get a bag and a legacy for themselves. Well, it's time, guys. It's time, ladies, to come together, be family again. It's time to be my brother's keeper again. Because if we don't keep one another as a nation, here on our own soil, as the Aboriginal Niggros of America, we have no one else. We can't turn to anyone else but ourselves. And if we keep doing it individually, each finger will break individually. We need to be united as one, as a strength for our babies, for our children, protecting our children, raising them up again as a tribe, raising a family. Because no one else is going to do this for us. Not BET, Rap City, the celebrities. None of these people have our best interests at heart. Not Hollywood, not the right wing, the left wing, the middle ring, the up ring, or the down ring. It's us. And we need to understand that. Because if we don't, it's already too late. There's no turning back. We not taking care of ourselves. We don't have farms like we used to. We don't have land like we used to. We're not getting married like we used to. We ain't honoring family like we used to. We ain't owning houses. We ain't having small businesses. We ain't having anything that strengthens our nation for our babies, for our little tiny, beautiful, innocent ones coming from us growing up in this society. We gotta do this to make them great. And the only way we do this is we gotta denounce being all of what gangster rap tell us we have to be about. We have to denounce what all these controlled TV show ops are telling us who we are. We have to denounce these ugly images of ourselves in order for us to become our greater selves. We can no longer allow the colonizers to write our story. We must write our story. Because if we don't write our story, we'll never, ever, ever come out of what we are in. And that's oppression. No matter if you don't like it or like it, we are here together. We are experiencing it together. The hate crimes for our people and the hatred for our people has jumped thousands-fold over all other nations. And we need to deal with that. Because if not, then our babies got to deal with that. And until we acknowledge it, accept it, and stop turning to each other like we are the ones and are the problems for our own selves and our own destruction that we are under, then how can we change it? How can we get out of this truth if we're just blaming ourselves? We first got to acknowledge what is wrong that is orchestrating the problems that we are seeing and the things that we are going through in order for us to change it. Yes, we dirty and we're not doing too well and we're not in the position of great mental health. But if we can acknowledge it, we can change it. If we can understand it, we can go on to a better place. But we first got to acknowledge that we all are under the same colonizers who are oppressing us to this day. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.